All right, so the last couple of weeks have been extremely volatile for the crypto market. We've seen Bitcoin surpass $100,000 per coin, Ethereum start to rally, and altcoins do pretty significant numbers, but usually when you see that happen, you start to see a bit of a pickup in hackers and them trying to steal more money, trying to deceive people. And it happened recently with Cardano, and we need to address key things going on because it hasn't impacted the price too much, but you need to be aware of this as an investor because it's fooling a lot of people. And if we start off with the overall market, before we get into Cardano, we can see that Bitcoin is hovering just below $100,000 per coin, and Ethereum is still hovering below $4,000 per coin. Yes, we've seen pretty significant rallies over the last 30 days for many cryptos in the top 100. You can see that Peanut is up in the last 30 days, 1,300%. HBAR up 500%. Stellar up 360%. And there's dozens and dozens of cryptos that are up over 100% in the last 30 days. And if we're looking at what's happening with institutions, we're starting to see massive inflows from institutions as well. We could see that in the last week alone, the digital asset investment products saw the largest weekly inflows on record last week, totaling $3.85 billion, which absolutely smashed the previous record, which was just slightly over $3 billion. So we saw nearly $700 million more this week than we had seen in any other week in history. And this is really from institutions pouring hundreds of millions and billions of dollars into crypto, because once we start seeing, Bitcoin surpass $100,000 per coin, we're starting to see all these institutions be like, wait, this is real. This isn't going anywhere. This is going to be $1 million per coin eventually. Like, we want to get in now. And that's what we're finally starting to see take place, is that institutions are pouring in hundreds of millions and billions of dollars. And that's why last week was the biggest week on record. On top of this, usually Q4 is a very bullish time for the crypto market, especially during an election year. So if we're looking at Bitcoin right now, we can see that Bitcoin is up 49% for the quarter, which isn't its largest gaining ever, but it's up there. We see that in 2017, it was 142%, in 2020, 104%, and this is looking like we could see very similar returns this year as we've seen back in 2021, 2020, like years in the past, because right now, with an election year, with Donald Trump, being more bullish on crypto, we could continue to see pretty significant returns for Ethereum, which has done really well, and for Bitcoin, which has done really well as well. And next up is I want to talk about Monitok, because Monitok is a project that we've talked about a number of times on the channel over the past year or so. And as of right now, their pre-sale is currently going on over at Fjord Foundry, and it's only available for the next 2 days and 15 hours. And the important thing about this is that this pre-sale is the only opportunity that you could get MONY tokens, their native ecosystem tokens, at a discounted price of 32% before the public release. So this is the absolute best price that you can get in before we start seeing the public release, and this is only available on Fjord Foundry. And the cool thing about Monitok is that Monitok is a platform that is all about user empowerment, from self-custody to ensuring that users maintain full control of their crypto. You can see it's available on the Google Play Store and on the Apple Store with a 4.8 star rating. And if you're looking at Monitok, it's a platform that is doing something real in the crypto space, and it's all about people having control of their crypto, being able to buy and sell crypto very easily, and it's all about transparency, efficiency, and security. So if you are looking at Monitok, you've used the platform before, well, then you really should get into this token sale, because with the overall market really rallying, seeing what's been going on, well, Monitok, they have over 230 plus tokens available across 4 different major layer 2 blockchains available on their platform. They have Monitok Earn, which is another cool feature. They have a bunch of other cool features like the AI assistant and a lot more. So this is one of the only opportunities that you can get in at this discounted of a price. It's like a 30-something% discount by getting involved during this pre-sale on Fjord before we have that public release. So now let's talk about what's going on with the major hacks, because we've seen with Cardano Foundation, the Cardano Foundation X account, Cardano_CF, has been hacked. And I posted about this because we had seen a lot of posts coming up from this account, and they were saying they were launching new tokens, how Cardano was being sued, all these major posts. And this resulted in a lot of fear, a lot of panic, and that's why, we got that post out right away. But so now what we're seeing is, though, even though it hadn't negatively impacted Cardano's price, the Cardano founder came out and said, look, he renewed a call for verified tweets, and he said that after we saw this massive hack on the Cardano Foundation account, even though they now have been deleted, he said in moving forward, it's going to be important to see more verified tweets on X, because he says, now the fun part comes for us. As Cardano, a digital nation, many of our citizens are also in law enforcement. Let the swarm of investigations begin. He's also basically saying, look, our account was hacked. We're going to do our research. We're going to figure out exactly how it happened, who did it, and then we'll move forward from that. But on top of this, with Cardano, we've also seen some major developments take place in terms of whale accounts, which we addressed in previous videos, but also what has gone on with Hydras, because Cardano's Hydra recently outperformed Visa and processed 2 billion transactions in just 4 hours. And while this was a test, this was something that shows the potential of Cardano long term, and it is, again, extremely bullish. I've been getting a lot of comments saying, well, this isn't real. It's still in just a closed environment. It's not a real test. Either way, it shows like a theoretical potential of what Cardano's Hydra could do in the future. Now let's talk a little bit about some smaller altcoins. If we're looking at Moth, for example, Moth is a crypto that I've talked about in previous videos. I did a video saying about $20,000 of this token, and I put my wallet address in the description of the video, because I'm like, look, I'm not selling this project anytime soon, and I still have the tweet pinned on my X account. You could go ahead, click on this, you could see my exact wallet. I had put $20,000 in. Currently, it's around $12,500. Also, if we pull up my Solflare account, and if we take a look at that, we can see it matches up perfect. It's the same exact number. You can see it's my account, and I haven't sold any of it. So right now, if you're looking at Moth, and you're looking at what's going on in terms of technicals, there's a lot of things to be excited about, because right now with Moth, if we're looking at it, you can see that Moth's price is right around 0.0025, right in that range. And it's been trading in this range for a little while now. If we go on the daily charts, we can see that is in a key level of support right now, which is right between that 0.0025 and that 0.002 range. And if we're looking at Moth, we can see it's going to be very important over the next couple of days that we see its price bounce off of this key support and start to rally back higher, back to around that 0.004 range, and then we could start seeing new all-time record highs for Moth. But again, I'm extremely bullish on this project. I have no plans of selling it anytime soon, and if you ever want to see what I'm doing with my tokens, what I'm doing with my wallet, you can see that I have not sold a single thing, and I just have the post again pinned to my X account. Last altcoin I do want to talk about is going to be with ChainGPT. ChainGPT is down a little bit over the last 24 hours, but if we look over the last month, it's up 57%. And we've done a couple of videos on this recently because ChainGPT is making some pretty big announcements over on X. We could see that in terms of their big announcements recently, we can see that they've started to roll out some new products and also some new launches. You can see that over on their X, they said, look, on Black Friday, they said all premium ChainGPT products were free from November 28th to December 6th. Discounted CGPT-C credits for extra savings, and a lot more. They're trying to do as much as they can to engage with the community because they are building a core product and a core ecosystem for artificial intelligence in the crypto space. If you go ahead and look at their launchpad called ChainGPT Pad, and if you go ahead and take a look at that over on X, you can see that this account has been growing and growing, and they've been continuing to, do more and more launches. They've started to get back into that. Stage community is one they have going on right now. You could see it says IDO December 10th to December 11th. Listing is December 11th. They're constantly building and rolling out new products and having more launches in the crypto space, and that's why I'm extremely bullish on their token and why I own quite a bit of it. I still think it could easily surpass previous all-time record highs of right around 50 cents per token. So right now there's a lot of stuff to be excited about in the crypto space. We're seeing institutions pour billions of dollars into crypto. Despite seeing a hack for Cardano, it really didn't impact the price too much. And if we're looking at the future for Cardano, there's really a lot of things to be excited about.